Alright, what's up guys, Azura here, and today I have for you a deck profile, another one from set 4. We are not moving on to set 5 for a while, but this was probably the deck that was like the talk of the town, the deck that everyone was like, yeah, this deck is pretty fucking nice. Celestials. So this deck, I played around with it a bit. I think it's pretty good. I don't think it's as good as other people say it is, but I do think it is a relatively good deck, definitely not the joke that Angel Feather used to be. And this is probably the best deck that the clan has ever been. So yeah, pretty good deck. And overall, just overall pretty solid deck. So let's just get onto the deck list. So this is the list I'm playing. Nothing too out of the ordinary, I'd say. First off, we'll start off with the starter. We're playing the Sunny Smile Angel. So nothing really special here. She's the 5th heal. When you boost her, you draw a card and put her back in the deck, and she goes back as a heal trigger. So 5th heal, pretty nice. 5th heal and a cycle. Generic grade 1 stuff, 4 PGs, 4 Stride Fodder. Not go in depth about these. We're not playing a single copy of what's her face again? What's her name again? My mind's blanking on her name. The Gavriel, right. The Striver cancer. You can play one Gavriel here just to have a searchable grade 3, but I personally just never seen the need for it. I never want to be on a Gavriel to begin with, so that's why I don't play it. You can definitely play one Gavriel if you wanted to, but yeah, this Striver can't search that. Other grade ones, we're playing 4 no seals and 1 Nariel, so they are essentially the same card. And why I choose to play the no seal, don't know what it does. No seal skill is on play, put a card from your hand in damage zone. If you do, you can add a card from damage zone to your hand. Nariel is the same thing, except that you have to put a Celestial into your damage zone to do the skill. And this deck is a Celestial deck, so you asked me why am I playing the one that 6k instead of the one that 7k. So if you've noticed, there are actually quite a bit of non-Celestials in the deck. Stride Fodder, PG, the one of would be, I don't know if I swap these around, 4 Haruts, and the Heal Guards. These are all non-Celestial, meaning you cannot put those cards into your damage zone, and sometimes you just want to put those cards in, mainly the Haruts and the Stride Fodders to grab better cards, and sometimes you just can't do that with this card. And I just think the flexibility of the no seal is better than the extra 1k from the Nariel, and I am playing 4 things that scale with the no seal to compensate for that. So if you're wondering why, if you just look at this and wondering why I was playing 4 of this mate, that's why. This is the compensating fact that I'm playing 4 6k boosters. So yeah, that's it for grade 1. Grade 2 is 4 Haruts. She is the Amber clone for this deck. Her skill is GB1 when this unit attacks the Vanguard, she is boosted. CB1 checked out 3, put a card from your damage zone into your damage, and then you call a card from your damage, and then if the card you called was face down, the card you put in your damage zone also goes in as face down. So multi-attack enabler, main finisher of the deck. You can do cool Harut loops, like you can go assuming double items, you can go rear and boosted, Vanguard into other rear, Harut, swing, call another Harut. Since you didn't tap your other booster, the other Harut can swing, and then that Harut can call you something like hit Vanguard solo for 3 checks at 5, which is pretty nice. And before I was playing around with 3 of it, and then I realized that the Harut loops needs you to have Harut and then also have another Harut in your damage zone, so that's why I personally just upped it to 4. If you're a little paranoid about mates going to damage, mainly the Asmodeal, you can definitely cut one of these for a 3rd Asmodeal, but I think having the higher consistency of being able to loop the Haruts when you need to is a little more valuable to me, because I don't really value Asmodeal that much as an extender anyway, so that's why I play 4 Haruts. And speaking of Asmodeal, 2 Asmodeal, her skill is when this unit's attack hits a Vanguard, if you have a when this unit attack hits a Vanguard, CB1 and put in your damage zone to call a card other than herself from her damage zone, and then the usual face down clause, which I'm not gonna go over ever again because I don't want, that's a mouthful to say. So yeah, she is your like early game extender where you can like use her to hit and then swap her out for something else to hit and have that unit hit again. But my issue with this card is that this card does not hit anything solo, so you'd basically have to be on the double allegiant, the Malakriel, whatever you want to say her name. You have to be on her to have it, and she needs to be in Legion to get the power, so a little bit awkward. I'm personally not a fan of this card. This card is just the 2 for me, just because this card can only Legion with the Asmodeal, so that's why I choose to play 2 of it. Again, if you're a little paranoid, maybe you definitely cut down on Harut, or cut down on Heal, or Hell, whatever, how do you say her name? So yeah, personally don't value her that much, that's the only player at 2. Next up is the Heal, the Hell, or however you say her name. First skill is when this unit attacks the Vanguard, if your Vanguard Celestial plus 2k, and When this unit's attack hits a Vanguard, if your Vanguard is a Celestial and your damage zone has the same name as something as your Vanguard, you can countercharge one. So countercharge skill is nice, doesn't really matter too much because this deck has very inherent countercharge just with the no seal herself. So it's cool, but this thing's mainly here to act as a mate to the Batario, the Triple Legion, and it's being plus 2k attack means it's a solo attacker, meaning it's 11, meaning for your Harut loop turns, this can be your solo attacker, so you don't have to call grade 3s to do the third attack. And because she's 11k, she scales with no seal, making 17, which is enough to hit over a non-cross-ride base. So that's why I choose to play 4 for. I think having the solo attacker in the slot is very important, and because if we were to play like the regular 12k attacker in the slot instead, we wouldn't have space for the mates. So her doubling down as a mate is also really good. And finally, we play 3 Danielles. Her skill is damage zone when a card is. Let me actually make sure I get the skill right. The skill is lots of text on it. Damage zone when your other card is put into your damage zone during your turn. CB2 and call her from damage zone to board, and then the top of deck to damage zone, face down, face up that clause. So yeah, this card is very nice because she is basically a +1 when you ever do anything involving like an O-Seal or something. No seal, Destride, whatever, something goes, as long as you put something into your damage zone, she can call herself out. If you can do stuff like Harut too, you can go Harut, and then you can Harut call a booster. And because that Harut puts something into your damage zone, her call booster, and then you can call her from damage zone. I'm pretty sure that works. I'm fairly certain that works. I know it works with the double rare GB one. That's a slightly gimped version of the Danielle. But overall, I think Danielle's better card because her proc conditions a little easier. So yeah, very good card because she can enable extra. She can enable like really cool multi attacks as well as being able to just be board presence. And since CB2 is not that heavy for us, just because you have the no seals and your counter charges. So pretty good card overall. If you don't have these, you can definitely play the Bomber Angel instead, the double rare from set 4 that's GB1 locked. Definitely worse, but if functions well enough, I haven't had these for too long myself, and I was playing around with those instead. And for the most part, they basically fulfilled the same role, but Danielle definitely could. Danielle's easier condition does come up often enough that you want her if you have her. So yeah. And onwards, the grade 3s or the triggers, 4 heal guards, not going over those. One of the Break Ride, what's her name again? The Ramiel. Break Ride 10k, and then when you run partner, Break Ride, check out 3. Put a card from your damage from one into your damage zone, and then add a card from your damage into your hand, and then when attacking more plus 3k. So this is just filler one of. I don't really value the what's her name again? The Gabrielle. So I just play her because she's also a Celestial, meaning she although cannot get the crit from this because you only get one copy of it, you can actually still use her, which I think is good. So that's why that's there. And then the Break Ride, if you ever actually do ride her, you eventually will need to ride over her because you need to leave stuff back to not deck out. So again, extra +1 on the on ride is also pretty nice to keep up with the advantage. So that's why players might one of. And then we actually play 8 legions. 4 of the Malakio. During your turn, if you are on Legion, all your front row units get +2k. If your damage zone has a card with the same name as your Vanguard, they get an additional 2k, so up to 4k. And then this unit attacks Vanguard. If you have something in the center column, +3k. So this card's nice because you can make like anything hit over anything. Everything gets power, which is pretty cool. Pretty good for Asmodeal if you're trying to push with her. But overall, she's just here just to be an extra set of legions. She's basically just your other legion. Her skill, power skills, kind of whatever. You're probably striding over anyways. So yeah, basically just here as an extra set of legions. And the card you actually want to be on is the Batario. Her skill is when this unit legions, put the top card of your deck into your damage zone and call a card from your damage zone, and then that unit gets +5k. And then the face up, face down thing, and then when this unit attacks Vanguard, if you're sending mill column +3k. So this card is a +1 on Legion, which is pretty nice. Let's be real, both Legions are kind of whatever. They are both kind of just there just because the Legions put cards back, but this one's good because this one is at least a +1 on Legion, which is pretty good. Extra power is also nice because extra power means you call in Asmodeal, she can get solo, which is pretty good. So yeah, that's why we play. That's why we play 8 legions, Celestial name, and they are legions, and that's why. So yeah. Onwards to the G zone, 1 harmonics, and harmonics. 1 Medu. You are playing a legion deck, so this card can help you fetch legions from your drop zone. Pretty nice. You definitely don't have to play Medu because in this deck, if you ever have legions stuck in your damage, as long as you can get to a no CL somehow, you can just add it back to your damage like that. So you can definitely cut down on the Medu if you don't want to. You don't want it, but I think it's a pretty good one of. The card I personally recommend if you don't want to play Medu is the Triple First Stride from set 4. That card is not good because its skill is good, but it's because it has a Soul Blast cost. Nothing in this deck Soul Blast, and sometimes you just need to get mates out of your soul to Legion again. So that card definitely worth consideration just because it has a Soul Blast cost tied to it. So yeah, but I play Medu because I think it comes up often enough that I do want it. Two of the Mikil, I don't know how to say her name, but she is the Celestial Central Stride. The reason why I'm playing all these Celestials is because this card requires you to have a Celestial Heart, and what you get from this is a really good first stride. Her skill is CV1, check top 3, put a card from among them to your damage zone, and then call a card from your damage zone. And that the you call with this skill gets plus 5k. And then in addition, if you have a same name as your heart in your damage, this unit gets a crit. So if you're in Legion, if you have either the leader or the mate, she gets a crit. If not, just the leader, she gets a crit, which is pretty nice. And then again, she can help you extend her Asmodeal plays if you want, because it gives a thing called powers. That's pretty good. But yeah, the only other first stride that this deck has is the on hit, which I think is kind of whatever. I think just having the ability to get a crit Vanguard is pretty good. So that's why I personally like that's why I personally play her. She's really good. I think this is actually one of the reasons you go Celestial focused over something like Gabro, just because this stride is just that good of a first stride. So yeah, only 2 of it because you really ever go into more than 2 of it anyways. So yeah, so that's why I play 2 of that. And then probably the reason why Angels are so good to begin with right now is the Raphael. Her skill is GP2, once per turn, G Persona Flip, heal 1. Nothing more to it than that, it just heals you 1. The reason why this is so good is because if you've noticed in the current meta at the moment, decks are really, really good at killing you once you're at 5. Once you're at 5, you're probably dead. That being said, if you're at 4, you're probably not dead. The differences with these decks are, with the current decks at the moment, you will notice is that if you're at 5, you are very dead. If you're at 4, you're probably alive with like 1 guard in hand, 1 maybe 2 guards in hand. So Angels just having an option to heal down from 5 to 4 whenever they want is really nice. I will say you probably do need 4 of this. You can probably get away with 2, but against some matchups where like it's against like really grindy matchups, the second set will absolutely come up. But if they're dead, you don't need 4, right? But I do think that 4 is optimal in this deck. I'm not playing 4 because I have it. I'm playing 4. I do think 4 is optimal. And there just also isn't too many other cards you could play in the G zone to begin with. Again, if you don't play 4, I'd say probably cut like one for the do the Soul Blast 2 and then another for the on hit. So that's it. But yeah, yeah, I do think Raph is probably the reason why this deck is so good. Just being able to heal out of lethal whenever you want is a very, very good thing. So yeah, so that's it for Celestials. I was engaged for you guys after this as per usual. Tell me guys what you think about this deck down below in the comments, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.